Future Star Barbershop. Log in and log out.
Another episode of Barbershop Talk. I'm your host Seven, and today we're going to be discussing why is hair an issue in the school system. Every semester there's always a debate about students getting their hair cut, students refusing to cut their hair, parents and the child are having issues about cutting their hair. So we want to hear from some of the students, why is it that every semester keeping the hair is a problem? Why having a braid or afro or dreadlocks is always an issue in the school system? So now we're going to have a first take on this topic from some of the students, all right? So stay tuned. What is the issue with hair? Why is it that every term there's always a problem with cutting the hair and going back to school? Should it be something that needs to change? Should the school system change the idea about children needing to cut their hair flat? Or, basically just to talk about it. So we're gonna get a feedback from the students. These are the students. All right, so what school y'all go to? Safa, okay. So we're talking about it here. You see you have a little dreadlocks thing going on. Young fella have a little afro, young fella with the afro, young lady with the, what style we call that, the beads. All right, so the issue is here, right? Recently they had a lawyer who took, I think, it's the college?
SMC.
Yeah, took the college to court because they're requesting for his son to cut his hair, right? Now, I would think that a lawyer shouldn't have a problem with the son cutting his hair. To me, I think the lawyer should know better. But the fact that he's defending his child, raise a lot of questions. So, do you think that schools should, in this day and age, 2023, do you think that teachers should be demanding students to cut their hair flat? No?
In my opinion, yes.
Yes?
In my opinion.
Surprise? You say a lot?
Nah.
Oh my God.
In my opinion, yes.
Yes? Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because from my perspective, your hair growing back, just cut your hair. When you finish your secondary school, you go to the next school and start for that don't have real rules with your hair, so you will be able to grow it out. Because when I was going to SMC, I had to cut my hair. I didn't have a problem with that because I knew it was growing back, right?
So you never had issue that you didn't want to cut your hair?
Well, back then, yeah.
But exactly, so why didn't you want to cut your hair? Why didn't you want to cut your hair? Because your hair was like that, right?
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, so why didn't you want to cut your hair?
Yeah, that's like the trend, like if your hair short, you go get curl or that thing. You tap at the back of your hair and SMC and thing like that. So, but growing up, since I just realized, because in Form 5 I had to cut my hair, so I just realized, just cut all that. Remember when I come back,
Yeah,
gym,
yeah, remember they said you
cut
have to
that
cut
off.
your hair.
Yeah.
So you agree that they should cut your hair?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I agree with that.
So what about you, young lady? Believe they should cut their hair?
Yes, sometimes because most of them, they want to grow their hair, but they don't know how to take care of it.
Yeah.
Now come to school, your hair waxy, you come here always like that, not, and they're preparing you for the working world, so it's best you come in fair neat.
Okay, so watch us his here. Would you say it's okay for him to go to school with his hair like that?
Yes, it's okay to go with it because when you think about it, the schools like Enchipo, so after they have their grade, and it's not affecting them just normal, just like girls out there, boys could have their.
Okay, would you say his hair is appropriate for school?
Well,
For secondary school, not college, because apparently college.
Well, if it comes out, then
You say that's appropriate.
yeah.
What do you say? Do
I
you think
think-
students should be cutting their hair?
No.
Do you think it matters? Do you think it matters to cut your hair or how your hair look to go to school to get an education?
Well, it depends on how that particular student has it.
Yeah.
Let's say you have your hair stuff untidy way, you don't clean it up properly, then how about that? I'll be Mama, you need it? Neat. Is it? Yeah, you can come to school. Because for me, having your hair like that is like a way of expressing yourself. Right?
It's a way of expression, right? Okay, but a lot of teachers have a problem with your hair length.
Well,
People have a problem with both your hairstyle. They want y'all to cut it. Now, the argument is that students say, and I agree, the hair has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with your learning ability. You understand? Correct, right?
Yeah.
The hair has nothing to do with your learning ability. So why is it that they're demanding that you cut the hair? They say that they're preparing you for the work environment. However, the work environment is now changing. You know, before when you go to the banks, right? Yeah. Before when you go to the banks, the tellers used to be well groomed, they used to be cut. But now when you go to the banks, you're seeing their tellers, their hair is just like your hair. They're not shaved. They're, you know, even dreadlocks. Before they never used to allow fellas to have dreadlocks in the work environment. Now you could go to the bank, you're seeing Rasta guys, you're seeing fellas with afros, big beard, they're not shaved. So if they're saying that they're preparing you for the work environment, and now when you go to the work environment, like the banks, and you're seeing fellas with this particular hairstyle, then basically what they're saying is not true. You understand? What they're saying is not true, because I guess it's only like in the hotels. In the hotels, they want you to be well cut, shave, and you know. But certain profession doesn't demand a hairstyle. Even a lawyer or a judge, these fellas have some crazy hairstyles. Some of these judges and lawyers have big hair, right? So, what would you say to the teachers? What would be your argument to parents and teachers about hair, for you to keep your hair?
I'd say they should worry about it less and worry about other stuff so that their children will proceed and succeed better. Because if they keep on worrying about hair, that's not affecting any education. So, yeah. They're not going to exceed or go lower.
Okay. So you're saying basically the hair, I like this young man. What we're talking about is hair, right? Because when you was going to secondary school, I'm sure every semester you used to have problems with teachers telling you to cut your hair flat, right?
When Mr. I used to make him cut his hair like almost every day.
Every day, see? Yeah, so why you used to want to keep your hair?
Because I wanted to do my hair and to see how it would look.
But if the teacher telling you that it's untidy and they want you to cut it, why is that? Why couldn't you just listen, go willingly and cut the hair? Why did you stand up why did you stand for your right to keep your hair? So you think it's a rude boy thing? You think it's something that makes it, you think it's about looking gangster or?
Yeah, that's what they wanted.
Was that?
That's
No,
what
me
they
and let me be honest, because we're trying to get a more clear.
Because
Yeah.
they were trying to say, they were asking what's the reason. The reason was about basically that it's not tidy, the society will look at it different. But they had to understand that we are in a different era and that's acceptable now.
True.
And a lot more people are having a certain way. And they are getting hired, they are having big jobs.
True.
So I was like,
That's what I'm saying. So we can't use that as a. I don't think teachers can use that as a ground for the argument anymore, because jobs are now hiring people with different hairstyles. Even in some countries, you have police officers have big hair, flat dreads, you know, whatever not. But still in Saint Lucia, cutting hair is a problem. Students having problems with the parents, students having problems with the teachers. I had that problem when I was going to school. And I used to lie and say I'm a Hebrew in order to keep my hair. You understand? So I had that issue. For me, I didn't see what was the problem either, like what my hair had to do with my education. However, they have students who are not doing well in school. So I had a proposal, right? Here's my proposal. I had a proposal that students should only be allowed to keep their hair if they're A students. So if you're an A student, you can keep the hair. Yeah? B, you get to keep half of the hair. If you're a C, D, and F, you have to take a flat cut.
So that's what encourage them
To work harder to get your grades up.
Exactly.
You understand? You have to work harder to get your grades up. So that's what I think. So what do you think about that? If you're an A student, you keep your hair. You're a B student, you keep half your hair. If you're a C, D, and F, flat cut. No arguments, cut your hair flat.
that's just saying that
In this generation,
Yeah?
I feel like that's
and beats come up like they're talking about like 85 and up. Yeah.
At the same
Keep
time,
it.
not all
So-
the students worried about it.
Yeah.
So
But most times the children are getting the A's and stuff like that. It doesn't even really have hair like that.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
But
But
true. She talking about like the 93s to 97s.
But
to
85
99s.
too is an A.
No, but some of those 85s.
okay, but this is the argument is that the children who want to keep the hair, if you're a C student and a D student, then up your grades. You want to keep your hair, then you should be an A student. You understand? To keep your hair. Then maybe we'll have, then maybe our St. Lucia, our school system would be, be a more uplifted, higher grade system. But I raised the same conversation with somebody and they didn't agree because they're saying that this can also damage a child from performing in school. Like, why cut the hair if they are failing in the class? But to me, they should encourage you to work harder, right?
But
I see where they put the gun from.
yeah, me too.
Because let me tell you, a lot of the students, I have a son, and most students who grow in the hair focus on women. They focus on girlfriend. That true?
Facts.
Because they're not learning, because you just said that most students who are A students don't have high hair. And the fellas who have hair, you focus on women, right? Because it's a swag, it's a swag.
No, but I focus on money.
Alright, money. So, but money brings in your swag. You get to dress how you want, look cool, whatever. But you wanna look the way, I don't have a problem with it, but I think that everybody should be able to be an A student. Up your grades, keep it here.
I think that anything have to do with they trying to make sure everybody look the same and nobody felt left out. But really and truly, that not stopping the difference between the students.
Okay. Some people even say that the schools allow Indian children to keep the hair.
Yeah.
And black children,
White children.
and black children is being picked on. They asked to cut their hair, but Indian children or a Caucasian child or a child of mixed race is often allowed to keep the hair high. Yeah, Rastas get to keep the hair too.
Yeah.
But at one time they used to discriminate against Rastas too.
Is that there?
When Rastafarian came out in the early 70s, 80s, they used to just hold them and cut the hair. Yeah, policemen used to just take them, carry them in barbershop and cut their hair. They used to be discriminated against.
You've been to Singapore?
Eh?
Singapore,
No.
in 1980s, at the airport. If you have long hair, you cannot go through. You have to have a haircut. There's a barber there.
Yeah, you see?
Have a haircut and then go.
Any race?
Any race.
Any race?
Any race.
Yeah. But I find
That was in
in the
Singapore.
Caribbean, especially in the Caribbean, that even in Africa, there was a scenario in Africa where the schools don't want especially the females, they didn't even want the females to have natural hair. They want them to have to relax the hair.
But still on South Africa, can you believe that a secondary school asked their students to straighten their natural hair to get a perm? I was like, what? Who that?
The system did not allow for black girls to have afros.
But these are kids. Really? Pretoria Girls High School. Are you for real? Kudos to this lady, 13-year-old Zuleika Patel and her friends who protested.
Why are you trying to make somebody of a special ethnic group, African descent, relax the hair when that's not natural? You understand? So they were being discriminated against because they have the natural hair. You understand? Even in Jamaica, I think they had that recently in Jamaica.
Kingston, Jamaica. Jamaica's High Court ruled Friday that a school was within its rights to demand that a girl cut her dreadlocks to attend classes. A surprise decision that touched on issues of identity and one of the most recognizable symbols of the island's Rastafarian culture.
So that's that. There you have it. We had a little feedback, and we got to hear from some of the students who had the inputs about the hair and why is it that teachers always make it a problem for them to cut their hair or grow their hair. So my suggestion is, and you got some of their feedback, you can also give your suggestion in the comment section. Let me know if you think that students who are A students should be allowed to keep their hair and students from C to D or F should have a flat haircut. Maybe this would improve the students to perform better in school. Maybe it won't, but maybe we should give it a try, right? What do you say?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for logging in to Barbershop Talk. We out.